Okay, what's up folks? I've got a bit of a review. As far as I know, this is probably going to be the first one online of reviewing the original Leatherman Wave, which I've actually had this beyond. It's got a 25-year warranty. I've surpassed it. I've had this for longer than 25 years. So, original sheath in leather. Looks a bit battered now. Let me take this out of my ear. So, original leather, belt loop. Nice sturdy leather. It has, look, surprisingly, for 25 years, I've got a slight bend in it at the moment, but that's only because I'm being critical. I've never really, the pliers themselves are brilliant. Just keep them oiled, keep them out of the salt. Really good. Now, I'm going to say that about 10 years ago, I broke the pliers here. I had locked myself out of my room, and I decided to put my trusty, these things were practically bulletproof, and I've pulled open an entire door lock, but in the process I've broken a tip probably about there, around here, if you can even see. The tip broke. Anyway, relatively easy. I didn't hold on to the receipt, but obviously if it's got 25 years, hadn't been out for 25 years, so clearly I was covered. All they wanted to know was where I got it from. So I mentioned that to them, sent it off, went to their distributors, and what they did, they didn't replace it, but what they did do is they replaced just the head part of the affected jaw. Part of the jaw that would, I don't believe that they did both sides. I think that they just did the one that had broken. So this has got a few, a bit of wear and tear on there. Oh, wrong side. I don't know how well you can see that. There is some stuff along in there. They're still really good. Still really, really good. If I'm going to go through the tools, love this blade. That one there, absolutely magic. Still sharp as well. Again, I've been cutting. I wonder actually how sharp this is. No, I'm not going to cut that. Let me see if I can find something to cut. Not great, but still holds a really good edge, and run this through the honing, it's fine. It's just not for cutting paper. 25 years we're on. This has been sharpened a few times, but you know what? I can still see original. I don't have a macro lens on there, but I can still see original striations along the metal, along that bottom bit. So really nice still. Okay, we've come back here. Like I said, I can still see some of the striations from the original machining. So I've used it, I've relied on it. It's got me out of trouble so many times. Really, really handy. Love it. The saw, really nice. In comparison to the saws on the Swiss Army knives, Not a fan of these ones as much. They're good to get you out of trouble, but they've got just a little bit too much bite. So they're really difficult to get, they're much harder to use than a Swiss Army knife saw. Look, they're good. You're gonna be relying. You're gonna need it. There's nothing wrong with it. They're very sharp still. Absolutely very sharp. My only comment is that in comparison to the Swiss Army ones, these have got a lot more bite and they're just a lot harder to dig in, and this doesn't have the same smoothness as this. This just is a lot more bitey and just jerkier motion than what you'd find on a Swiss Army one. So in comparison, let me pull open a Swiss one here. Yeah. So the difference is that it's got thicker metal than the Swiss Army knife one, and just along it, the teeth are a lot bigger. There's a lot more teeth on the Swiss Army ones, and the gaps, so the teeth are a lot more pointier. There's just a lot more extreme there, and there's less of these on the Leatherman. Still very good, but in my opinion, not as nice to use as the Swiss Army saw. Just a comment on that. So again, in a pinch, really, really good. Really good. The other side over here, this blade here, look, not really a fan of the serrated blades. Never have been a fan of serrated blades. The only time I think that they're useful is in maybe cutting things like rope, and I don't know about you, but how many times you need to cut rope. But if I need to cut rope, then I'll use that. But I detest when you've got blades that have got, a nice clean edge and then you've got serrations towards the back. Ruins the knife. Like it's stupid as far as I'm concerned. And how do you sharpen this stuff too? What a pain. You're gonna have to have something with a bit of a conical edge where you're gonna, no good. Anyway, unless you're all green berets out there and you're going out doing whatever you're doing, I don't know. Clearly there's a market for it because they haven't stopped selling them. They're probably more popular than the straight edge ones. I don't know why. I see this a lot with the Gerber stuff. Anyway. This other side here, we've got a diamond file on one side. We've got a bit of a file along here too, and a much more coarser file on this side. So I'm pretty sure that these you can file metal with. I have used this file on a few occasions to sharpen other knives, if need be. I do believe that the newer Wave models, the diamond or the file component, the diamond file, clips off and you can take them off, and you can actually go out and use, not the serrated one, you can pull it out and sharpen the knife on the tool. Amazing idea. I think that they fell short in this for not having that, but hey, 25 years ago, how far have we come? Are we on hoverboards yet or what? So that's all of the tools on the outside. Obviously still got the pliers with the stripper. Stripper has not been, not fantastic, but it does come in handy. Not one of my favourite things. We've got I really like the scissors on here. Scissors are great. Like, this was one of the reasons why I bought the Squirt S4, I believe. These scissors are amazing. In comparison to the Swiss ones, this is just next level beefy. The Swiss ones have their place, but look, it's got spring, it's got bounce. They're not even clean. There's still got a bit of gunk in there. They're still like good. So scissors. Now this is the stuff the part that I don't like. I'm going to need something to pry here. The stuff that I don't like about, okay, this one's not that bad. So we've got a flat head screwdriver, very sharp. A mini one, like quite thin. I've kind of hacked into this a fair bit. Can you see? There's the small one, there's the medium one, and then there's a slightly wider one along here. Quite nice. The thing that I don't like is that you got to pull them all out. Like this is just too tight. You know, I've got oil in here. Maybe I don't have enough, I don't know. But, yeah, it's kind of a bit gunky to get it out. This side's okay to access. This side to access is a pain in the bum, big time. This is going to break my nail. Okay, I managed to get, alright. The only way that you can get these out, and it's only these two, because in here there's another flathead screwdriver which I'll need to pry out with something. So we've got can opener. Don't know if this might be bottle top as well along here. Can opener, bottle top. Don't know if I've used it for that. I'm pretty sure I have, but there is a cutting edge along here. Phillips screwdriver along here. Now, and to get this next one, I'm not going to bust my nail because I always do. This is where you need something else to pry in there. Sticks won't do it. The sticks constantly break. It's tight in there. You know, there's obviously this little thing where you can attach a lanyard or a piece of string or a little rope or something. There's a little hole attached in there. This part here of getting stuff out and busting your nails open to get it, especially if it's cold. If you're doing this and it's cold outside, forget about it. My nails are constantly busted, and you can't tie knots. You can't tie knots because you've all of a sudden, you know, who goes out there manicuring, but you know, you can kind of tell my nails are. Anyway. Yeah. So look, 25 years on, amazingly good still. Amazingly good. It pays to get really good equipment. You know, this has well and truly served its price. It's got me out of so many troubles, so many. And just having this in the car is really good. It goes in with me in a backpack. It's always there. Really, really like it. I have been considering, looking into maybe getting a new one, but this is just so good still. I can't see myself using something a lot chunkier. The new ones don't come with the leather. Sheath anyway, so you're not getting the same thing. And the differences between the new one, at the moment, I don't know if they're enough for me to give this one up or retire it. I don't think I will retire it. So even though, I might look in, I have looked into them. I've looked for, I'll always look for an excuse to get a new toy to go out there and use outside, but I haven't been able to justify it. The purpose that this serves has been so good that I haven't needed to. So, that's a testament in itself. If you're still hanging around watching this, please consider subscribing, and I will do my best to get more of this sort of stuff out. Yeah. In the meantime, enjoy, get outside.